What up, keepers? The Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. I'm Carolina Dirt 803, and we got Mr. Corey V or Corey Holden, aka Corey V. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. How you?
Doing all right, man. You know, we were chopping up for a minute. I know we late. We usually start at 8:35, but as always, you know, our production is always a work in progress. So we had some internet electronical problems, but in the background, I mean, on backstage, we was talking and chopping it up. So how you been feeling? Let the people know how you been feeling, what you've been doing lately.
I'm good, man. I'm tired. I'm working nonstop, so I pay these bills one way through somebody else's business, and then I pay them another way through my own. So I work. I'm going nonstop. I'm probably working more than I ever have before.
Man, we had I had a little post a while back, and I had some people chime in. And since you a boss man yourself, you know everybody think they could be a boss. Social media put it out there like everybody could be a boss and anybody can be a boss. But if everybody's a boss, what are employees? So I heard somebody say, if you can't work 8 hours a day, what make you think you could be a boss?
If you can't work 16 hours a day, you can't be a boss. Because that first 8 hours is usually probably what you're giving to somebody else for their business. Like that's what I give AT&T for their business. And then my other 8 hours is for core creations and for me. So if you can't give yourself 16 hours, if you can't work 16 hours, then you what makes you think you can be a boss of your own business?
I mean, that's how I feel, man. I'd be like, you know, some people too lazy to do a lot of stuff in life. And to think that you about to manage your own business, possibly employees, you know, you got your own personal bills, plus now you got business bills, you got all types of stuff. Like it's not as easy as social media make it out to be. And I understand you gotta have the thought process and the motivation, all that to say, yeah, I can be a boss, but it's more to it than just saying I'm a boss and going out there.
Yeah, because I mean, even after I do right now I'm doing 16 hours and it's divided between the two jobs, I'm gonna still probably do this 16 hours when it's just for me. So yeah.
What up, though? How y'all gentlemen doing?
What's going on, brother? Happy you could get everything done and make it on here. I wanted you on here.
Man, look, I'm all over the place, cuz the gremlins is loose. I don't know, man, but I'm glad to be here with y'all gentlemen as well.
Well, you ain't hear us earlier. Corey called himself fat, but I say he just had a little shirt on. He got his tight muscle shirt on today. He said, "Man, you already getting started. I mean, you just popped on with this tight T-shirt, man. This Spider-Man shirt."
See, we kind of just paced ourselves last time, and then went at it in the show, and then this time we backstage, and you got on your muscle shirt. So all right.
I mean, it is very Nino Brownish right now.
Yeah.
It's very much sit your $5 ass down.
Man, I was trying to figure out who he looked like. He looked like Michael John White, like a young Michael John White.
Oh my God, bro! Here we about to start with the lookalikes. I have like 12 or 13 lookalikes that I get on a daily basis, and none of them look like each other, but somehow I look like all of them. So
that's crazy.
You look like Michael John White from what's that? Which Batman was it with the Joker? The last one. Remember Michael John White was in it. They was at the table.
That's the Dark Knight.
Bro, he was in that for 5 minutes. How you? All right. Don't even worry about it.
Who do the white people say you look like? Because they be the most egregious.
Jason Derulo.
Like
Jason Derulo.
Damn, that's bad. I tried to give you Michael John White. That's bad.
I mean, I get it quite often. It could be worse. It could be worse. It could be worse. It's people out here getting way worse. What is it? Doppelgangers than me. So I'll take it.
I know that's it, right?
All right. So we're gonna do something. We're gonna play the petty game, man. Me and my brother played this shit one time on the previous episode, and then over the weekend we was chopping up this weekend, and it got thrown in my mind. So we play the petty game. We're gonna go around 5 times. We're gonna name whatever we can that's petty. Just something petty. You ready, Corey?
So how does it go? Like I say something and you say something like,
yeah, just
how's
say
it go?
something petty.
All right, y'all start. You go from you to your brother, then to me, so I could kind of get the energy off of it.
Oh, petty.
I hope all the chewing gum you chew got the lasting life of Bazooka Joe.
It's on me or it's on?
Yeah,
go ahead, Carolina. Okay.
Oh, I'll go.
Yeah, it's on you.
I hope you eat jawbreakers and you got big teeth.
Oh shit. You got to work that one out a little bit.
I hope somebody leave the toilet seat up when you go to the bathroom, but you live alone.
Damn. Yeah, that's off-putting. I hope every time you go grab your lotion, it just make the fart sound and nothing come out.
I hope you go to cook boiled eggs and you don't turn the heat on.
Damn.
I hope you pee a little bit in your sleep.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I hope the gas needle in your car is broke, but it always say it's full.
My homeboy was like that. I hope you lactose intolerant and they give you nothing but milk to drink.
That's fucked up.
I hope you buy somebody's EBT and the card is empty when you got all your groceries at the register.
Winner. Winner. I hope everything you go to eat tastes like refried beans. No matter what you eat, it's gonna taste like refried beans. I know that one.
Huh?
Somebody said, I hope every time you go to the dentist, his breath stink.
That's crazy.
I hope when you go to shit, the toilet stopped up.
I hope you go to the doctor for a bad stomachache and find out you're pregnant.
Damn, cuz y'all changing people's lives. This one is near and dear to me. I hope every time you get ready to get up, you catch a daggone cramp in the arch of your foot.
You know why I'm laughing at that one. It's a fuck though, boy. I hope your kids just don't listen to you.
Damn. That's pretty par for the course though, at a certain age.
Yeah.
Let me think. I hope Jehovah's Witnesses move right in next door to you.
I had a conversation about that today.
We don't want no smoke with Jehovah's Witnesses though.
Nah, I mean, love them, but to be honest, that's that's some close access right there.
I said, I hope your French fries always cold.
Yeah, man. Well, that was it. We went too far. That was 5 quick. That was more than 5.
So
tonight,
go ahead.
So tonight, I wanted to. There were 2 things I wanted to touch on, but definitely the Joe Smith situation. I hope I can play this shit right, just so we can touch on it.
Hey, yo.
What's up?
Pause.
Go watch yourself. You were.
Oh, my man. I ain't trying to touch shit.
Hope I can play this right so we can touch on it. Whoa, what?
Yeah, nah.
Trying
Pause.
to set the mood.
Oh man, I'm trying to hit the pause on the laptop too. No, my bad. But let me see if I can get this video to play just so the viewers can see what we're talking about, or know a little bit what we're talking about.
I don't even know, so I need to hear it too.
Just finding out that I'm and all these years, yo, the disrespect that comes with it, that you couldn't even talk to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's fucked up, Keith. I'm telling you, yo, that's fucked up.
Wait, no, Cop, but you're not gonna say fuck me, or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and we're going to, okay, look, so I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course I'm mad on you just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my fucking choice?
I'm your partner, you're supposed to come to me and talk to me.
Joe, I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no
You
solution.
knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before,
Before,
I knew
and I thought that I would never have to go back to
I
anything
knew
like this
that
again.
beforehand,
But
but
unfortunately, that's not the case right now.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
Everything did change.
No. Obviously, it
Everything.
hasn't.
No, it had to. I had
Obviously,
to do something.
It hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
Come on, Keisha, with that. It don't matter what they breaking you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What disrespect?
You couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
Because I had to find out on the fly.
All right, then. But now, okay.
No,
so, wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Okay. And so? Whatever. I've been doing what I have to do, period. Like, that's bottom line. That's what it is.
So hold on, cuz. Just a couple quick questions. They married? Like they holy matrimony married?
I don't know. I think the clips.
The headlines all say life.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 things. Where was she when he met her that they agreed that she shouldn't have to do that shit no more? That's one question. Clearly she was a stripper or an exotic dancer or something.
Something showing her body based off of what he said.
Right. The second thing is, yeah, man, y'all married. That should have been a conversation, not something that you spotlight as you record him for the whole world to see. I don't know, man. That's again, if you met her in a certain situation, you thought you was taking her away from that situation, you clearly didn't check who she was as a person. I want to know how long she's been doing
it. All right, so she was. It sounded also like she wanted and needed her own money.
right.
Or money, period. Whether it was her own or not, whether he don't have it coming in, something is not being achieved monetarily, and she felt that was the way to get it. Few things. Excuse me, I have to call. It's a few things, in my opinion, very, very wrong with this. That show the type of person that she is, and in all fairness, I don't know what type of person he is. It doesn't show much of that. But why is this being recorded?
Exactly.
Why when it's time for us to have this very, very important conversation that could be very detrimental to us, why is it just as important to you that the public gives you more attention as it is to you working this out with me? Even if it's for us to talk about it and accept it. Whether you're with somebody else in the video or you're by yourself or whatever, clearly you knew I was gonna have an issue with it, because you would have told me when you went to do it. You bought your setup and everything. You would have said, "Babe, I'm gonna do this, and this is gonna solve the problem." Clearly, you had a reason for not telling me, even if it was to show how much money was gonna come in first, and then use that to convince me. Still sit down and have a talk with me. I'm not saying it's right, but that's when you sit down and be like, "Look, babe, I'm bringing in $50,000 a month off of OnlyFans, and I wanted to show you, like, I knew you was gonna have a problem, but look what it's bringing in, and this is all that I'm doing." Clearly, you still hit it till I found out, and then as soon as it was time for us to talk about it, you started recording. Like the same way we talk about people taking out their phones for fights and stuff like that. It's a lot of people who take out phones during family matters and relationship matters for the attention instead of addressing that situation. If the, in my opinion, again, we don't know these people, but if the idea was, I'm taking you out of that lifestyle, and we know, like, we know you out of it. If you going back to it, you really need to let me know. I'm sure if he just randomly started playing basketball somewhere overseas or something, she would want to know. So, in all fairness, like that's why didn't that conversation happen? That's boy.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen on camera. And for her to be like, they breaking me off. Like, you with a basketball player. You're not with, the general manager of Denny's. So,
but again, bro, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what the money problems are. Clearly, she's alluding to a shortness in money in some way. So we don't know, even though he's an ex-basketball player, it ain't like he was when they was getting these max contracts and stuff like that. Joe Smith was probably a $2 million guy a year when he played or something like that. He might have made some bad investments. We don't know. But I don't care how bad, how down and out we are. We do everything as a team. If you, especially my wife, what have you. So if you making these types of decisions, we do it together. I can't stop you. I can't tell you absolutely, definitively yes or no, but it ain't no way you decide to do something like that without me. Like, if he decided he wanted to do something OnlyFans related and he had a person in it with him, she was gonna want to know. So I don't know, bro. Could not be me.
If we're looking at the financial aspect, what's the price, or if it's your girlfriend, if it's your fiance, and if it's your wife, what's the price tag, if there is a price tag?
if it's enough money for me to not go to work, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I think we overshadowing a lot of things that we don't know in terms of we don't know what the content is. What if all she's showing is her feet? You know, it's crazy motherfuckers in the feet. You feel me?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had, because I'm very single, but if I had a spouse or something like that, and they had pretty feet, I'm telling you right now, we're doing our only feet page, no matter what, because them feet weirdos be spending, bro. Like they just want to see you put lotion on your feet. They just want to see you try on shoes, babe. Do it. You ain't doing like cash out. Let me find a body part that women love that I have. Because right now, the ones they want, I don't have. I don't have abs and my chest ain't what that ain't it. But if I found out like there's elbow women in the world, bro, right. These elbows is going all over the place. Y'all gonna see me, bro, what? Every morning.
Well, you might want to start there just to see traction it'll build.
Yeah, so I look stupid.
It's weird in terms of, like I said, if it was some feet shit and she not in the camera, now if she got a 3-foot long dildo and she pissing all over the goddamn room, that's some extra shit. And it ain't no amount of money that's gonna fix the damage that you're doing. So the content is definitely some shit that we probably need to get some more information on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if it's feet, if it's her in lingerie, not really showing nothing but showing something, I don't know. Who knows, like you said, how bad the money problem is.
Yeah.
The house don't look
bad. There's people that got OnlyFans and they really ain't doing that. They not putting up nothing different than they got on their Instagram. So I could understand that. But yeah, bro. If it's going where my imagination is taking me, I saw somebody say you can look it up on Twitter. If it's on Twitter, it ain't good, bro. Twitter ain't nothing but porn. So if she on Twitter, Joe, there are a lot of very nice women in this world that don't have that as a past or as a future. Hey, go to Cheesecake Factory. The good ones is in Cheesecake Factory.
Damn. We don't know if they married or not. It could be.
Oh, well, I mean, if they not, that's a simple fix.
Right.
How heavy is your luggage? Yeah. How heavy is your suitcase?
Like I said, the money problems ain't bad enough for her to leave. But if it's some shit like when he was playing, she had the run of the card, saying that she could go do what she want to do. And now that he not playing, he not really on-air personality. He ain't got a podcast like most motherfuckers do. He probably got to, cut some purse strings. He's probably not doing bad at all. You feel me? In terms of regular motherfuckers that clock in and have a 9 to 5. But
she might not be able to keep up with the people she want to keep up with.
There you go. And then for her to just be like, well, now that was not the response. Yeah. That's a kick in the dick.
See, that was the thing. It was now my body, it was real selfish, and it seemed more like this is for the attention. Like it ain't even about me and you. Like I'm gonna let people know my body. Like she's using coined phrases that we hear all the time while she's on it, and then it goes straight to TikTok. Like it goes on a TikTok. It wasn't even live on. I'm going live on Instagram right now, like that. You know what I mean? It comes off as soon as you get off. Like it wasn't one of those things. It was I'm recording this so I can have it. I can go ahead and put it out there and play it. That's what TikTok does. Yeah, she dismissed his feelings as if it just didn't matter. I don't know, bro. Again, I don't know these people, so I don't know the dynamic of their relationship or the status of their living. I know they live better than me. I know Joe Smith has more money than me, and I know I'm out of there with my budget. So if if I know I would be out of there,
Right.
I know a Hawks legend can find something else to do with his time.
Straight up.
Whenever they do videos and they look at the camera first, you already know it's some bullshit. They wasn't intentional.
She wasn't even looking at him. Yeah, she's talking to the Joe Smith in her phone instead of Joe Smith in her room.
Right.
That's wild, bro. That is wild. If it had it been a male doing that to a woman, it would have come off verbally abusive, even though it wasn't like a change in tone or cursing or anything like that. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, that was. She said, "I'm embarrassed as a woman." Don't be, because that's not a reflection of everybody. He was huge deal, his rookie contract, but he messed up. Third $80 million deal he had. So I mean, yeah, he had money. Like Joe Smith had money, so I would imagine he didn't squander it all. Again, everything we do is just us guessing for the most part, but you can tell a lot in how somebody handles the situation. And I in no way think that's a reflection of all women, but that is a reflection of a type of woman, and there's a type of man that's going to put up with that. And I'm not one, and he don't sound like he one either. So,
and then like, how much time you got left? We get it. Older women are sexy or whatever. She's an attractive woman. Is she the most attractive? I don't know that part even mattered, but I would like to know, when she said OnlyFans is breaking me off, they only breaking off like less than 1% of the motherfuckers that's on there.
Well, what's going on now. I mean, she kind of made her decision. She know all this publicity is going to have people clicking on it. I personally don't do anything with OnlyFans. I think it's creepy. Not like to me, the concept of OnlyFans is creepy, bro, because there's so much porn that's free,
that's already out there,
that if you would actually spend money to see one specific person, it's like stalkerish. Like, yeah, I know I can see all of these for free, but I want to see her so bad that I'm gonna pay like a utility bill. Like, I'm gonna pay $20 every month to see her do stuff that I can see other people do for free because it's her. Bro, I got the biggest crush on Ashanti, but if she opened her, I still wouldn't pay. Like, nah, I'm gonna just crush on the stuff that's free out here. And I mean, the other stuff, those sites are still there. The concept of OnlyFans to me is kind of stalkerish and creepy.
I never thought about it like that. I never, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I watch porn. I would never remotely pay to see somebody naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through my strip club phase and I did that. That's as close as it was. You know,
but even then, you weren't paying them to be naked because they was gonna be naked regardless. The paying is more for the attention and for the showing off, but they was gonna be naked whether you paid them or not. So with the OnlyFans, like, you're paying to peek through the blinds, like you're paying, like that's strange to me. That's strange to me. Like, I'm good, bro.
I wonder if her past it reflects, like, was she a stripper? Did she work at clubs and bars like Hooters? Like, how did he meet her when she feels comfortable with?
She did something exposing. Yeah, she did something exposing her body. She alludes to that. So, but that don't mean that once you show me that you changed, then I don't expect you to go back to that. So it's not fair to be like, well, this was what I was when you met me, because the understanding was that ain't you no more. That's like when you met me, I was out here fighting all the time. Now I'm grown and I come home and I'm all bloodied up and stuff, and I'm like, babe, I got in a fight, and it's like, yeah, but I thought we was past this. I was this when you met me. Like, I'm a fight every time I get it. It's like, bro, I didn't want that though. I thought we grew past that. So no, that's not fair.
Yeah.
I just
Also,
like I said, is the dismissiveness, the fact that she's trying to make it like it's not a big deal. Those are the things that's the problem. I don't know. I think there was a way for her to tell him that she clearly didn't do, that he probably would have not liked it, but it wouldn't have been what the fuck this video showed.
I hope they don't have no kids, man, because Joe Smith at the age, if he got kids, they old enough. You know what I mean? Like, that's starting to be a thing. There's a generation of kids that are now getting old enough, even if their mom stopped, they get into the age where their friends are able to see their mom's content and stuff like that. I saw something where a kid killed himself because he was being bullied about his mom having an OnlyFans. And it's like, just because you have the freedom to do stuff, stop acting like they're not repercussions for certain things. And when you have an OnlyFans, you do affect the people that you choose to have around you. And the people that are, and it doesn't mean good or bad. Like, some people accept it, some people don't. But everybody has a choice to leave you except your kids. As your friend, I can be like, I'm good on that. And I can walk away from it. Spouse, your parents, everything. The only people that can't walk away, the people that are influenced by our decisions and don't have a choice but to sit there and sit in those decisions, are our children. And we got to think about that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
How much do you think friends played a role? Like, played a role? Her friends played a role. I
don't know her or her friends, but
no, I'm saying a real friend would say what you just said. Like, you got kids. Like, I know you doing OnlyFans.
Yeah, she probably got ratchet friends though.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. Like, it's weird, and I don't want to come off misogynistic, but men don't always do what our friends do. Like, there's a lot of, like, if you don't see too many men that are around deadbeat dads that ain't deadbeat dads. You know what I mean? Like, we will. So with women, it's a similar situation to where if you the odd one out because you can't do, or like if she's in certain circles, like with the Real Housewife type circle, and for some reason she's not able to get certain things, but some of them are doing OnlyFans and stuff, it'll look more acceptable. You're not really going to see too many women that do an OnlyFans around a bunch of women that are opposed to OnlyFans, whether you believe it's right or wrong. So I don't think women make too many decisions not involving their inner circle.
Yeah.
They all have group chats. We barely have group chats. They all have group chats. I don't think women go outside their inner circle for major decisions like that. Me personally.
Do you think reality TV did play a role? Like, our cousin had a podcast.
Man, reality TV has changed the world, man.
Yeah.
Reality TV has changed the world because there's nothing but social media. It's fake, but it's reality.
That's what I'm gonna say. Do you think certain women in her class believe that everybody's a basketball wife, and then the women that don't have the finances believe that they're a basketball wife?
Yeah, she's not hanging out with a bunch of teachers and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's not hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that house don't look like they live in pillar to post type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't see a lot of it, but they walked from downstairs from a nice kitchen into a bigger area with a whole bunch of shit in it. Now, is he moving out the house or whatever? Is he losing the house? I don't know. And if he is, it's easier to let her go. You know what I'm saying?
Alicia said she thinks it's a social experiment. I'm going to be honest. I don't trust nothing nowadays. I don't rule that out because all publicity, especially because social media does pay. If social media stopped paying, a lot of stuff would change. A lot of people have put all kinds of stuff to the side in their morality, their values, their limitations of what they would normally do, because of you can get paid without really, you know what I mean, like having to do a real business. Like you can get paid. I'm damn near monetized on Facebook, and all I do is post my opinion on there all day. But I know there are other people that just say the stupidest stuff on everything, so to try and go viral and stuff like that. So that could be true, Alicia. I wouldn't rule that out.
It definitely could be. We talked about it last week a little bit in terms of how Beyonce and Jay-Z was able to flip the whole Lemonade scandal into probably her greatest selling album. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is up in arms about this elevator video and going out and supporting them. And we don't know if they just had a good laugh. Like,
bro,
like these people think they know us.
I feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce's whole relationship was a social experiment.
Right.
It just feels like that. Like they don't come off affectionate. They don't come off like nurturing and stuff like that. It just looks like the biggest, best business move that may have ever happened in entertainment ever. They're both billionaires.
I'm a businessman.
They're both billionaires. She could have had anybody back at that during that time. He don't look like he spit a whole bunch of game. Like before that, there was rumblings that she was talking to Y Club, stuff like that. It just seemed like a big business move. And I'm not doubting their love for one another, anything like that. But even if it wasn't intentional, you got to admit that was probably the best business move for both of them that possibly ever happened. It bigger than Sonny and Cher, like
no question.
It's like a business move, and we'll learn to love each other.
Yeah, like let's see, because maybe they don't even tend to be together that long, and then it's like, oh, this shit working, man. We got kids, like, you know, I can fuck with you. We good.
Right. I mean,
it's like Jay-Z don't do many interviews, so it's not like he talk much. Like, like you sit there with somebody you will be with the rest of your life, you barely talk. If it's not a rap song, my nose done got stuffed up.
I mean, it's a matter of they both busy as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. They don't have to act like they together because of the lives that they have going on. You feel me?
Man, we see some of the richest people in the world have arranged marriages.
In a real way. That's real shit. That's real shit.
Most oil tycoons have arranged marriages.
Right, for the most part. Like straight up, like you can I got this house over here, you can do what you want with the house. If you fuck around on the inside, don't fuck up what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? I will make sure you have a handsome lawn care man or a yoga instructor or whatever the fuck, but do it indoors. Don't fuck up what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk about, you know, the Keith Lee shit, especially since you into bacon and the food shit. I'm gonna go ahead and play one more video. Did you have anything else you wanted to say, Carolina, about the Joe Smith?
Nah.
All right, so the wonderful thing, the thing that we love about the internet is the same shit that we hate about the internet. You got some really creative people. Y'all heard of the anger translator from Key and Peele, the Obama translator, right? This is the Keith Lee shit.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's get some shit clear.
Every restaurant that me and my family go to, we were either A, invited by the restaurant themselves, or B, was told about the restaurant 100+ times.
Every restaurant me and my family go to, we was either invited to that bitch or we was told about it until our fucking ears bled.
From locals, from people who mention me, from people who email me, DM me. 99% of the time, I never go to a random restaurant.
I get invited by the fucking locals, the bitches that own the restaurant. Everybody want me to come. And I do. 9 times out of 10, it's never fucking random.
With that being said, my opinion was asked for. So many narratives being pushed, and it's insane to me.
So with that being said, you fake rich bougie motherfuckers asked me to come to Atlanta. You asked me to come review your shit, and now you want to spread lies because you fucked yourself? What's up with that? Y'all the motherfuckers with a 4 jumping jack policy before every order.
But let's be honest. What else do you want from me?
But let's keep it a thou wow, bitch. What else do you want from me? Get off my fucking nuts.
If I go to a bunch of restaurants and have a string of good experiences, then I'm being too nice, I'm lying, the narrative's being pushed that my eye roll is fake, and I'm lying just to help people.
If I go to a bunch of fucking restaurants and have a bunch of back-to-back good fucking experiences, now I'm lying. Now I'm trying to help people and shit. Now I'm faking it. Now my eyes rolling back is garbage.
Then on the same hand, if I go to 2 or 3 restaurants where I don't have the best experience, now I'm tearing down businesses, now I'm being mean, now I need to shut up, now I need to mind my business, I need to sit down.
But at the same time, if I go to 3 restaurants and I hate them back to back and they both taste like a 9-pack of shit, now I'm being mean. Now I'm tearing down businesses. Now I need to be candid. Now I'm fucking up. Now I'm hateful and shit.
Again, I can't win for losing. I understand everybody gonna have an opinion on the situation. You can disagree with me. You cannot like what I say. Completely understand. I'm okay with that. But when my safety and my family's safety start coming into play, that's where I draw the line at.
I really don't give a fuck if you got an opinion on the situation, if you agree with me or disagree with how I'm doing or what the fuck I'm doing. But when my family start being threatened and the safety of my family is in line, I pull out some MMA shit and kick one of you motherfuckers. That's where bitches start getting shot. That's where I crash the fuck out at. And if you don't like it, bitch, put me up. Fuck you.
But it can't happen.
Okay, so there's a lot more to that.
And that Fareed dude is hilarious, bro. And he's
Hilarious.
smart as hell. If y'all don't follow him on TikTok, go follow. That motherfucker is intelligent as fuck, but he's so funny.
So if you don't know who Keith Lee is a regular dude that decided he was going to try food and give an honest opinion. I really don't think that he thought that he would be 18 million followers in and be the toast of the town. The thing that endears you to a person like Keith Lee is you believe that shit. If you're a reasonable thinking person, you believe that his intentions are pure and honest, and all he really do is go to restaurants and try to figure out maybe what's going on. Is it horrible food? Is it a bad location? Is
Like
it
Bar
not?
Rescue.
Say, yeah,
Like Bar
for
Rescue.
regular motherfuckers. And like I said, I remember I probably caught on Keith Lee when he was probably at like 5 million followers. And I just thought he was a regular dude going to places, trying food. This is great. He was giving fair reviews. He wasn't big upping everything, and he wasn't, thrashing nothing. He's never thrashed anybody in a review. So he went to Atlanta this weekend, and all these upper echelon restaurants that people say they want to go to or have had public bad experiences with, he kind of justified that shit. So I guess my question to you, Corey, is it a black man tearing down black business, or is it black business not living up to what they trying to do?
Neither one.
Okay.
Neither
I'm here
one.
for it.
Because when it's a white man giving criticism of a white business, we don't say it's a white man tearing down a white business. So I don't think it's either one. It is a consumer giving his opinion of your particular business. And what we've got to stop expecting is that because we do look alike, I have to cut you some slack in what I expect. When I create, when I bake, when I do anything that I'm doing, I don't expect that because you're my family or a friend or just another black male that you would treat me any different. I would actually ask that you hold me to a higher standard, because I know how much harder it is for me to compete outside of my own demographic in the first place. I know the standard that they're going to hold me to. So I don't mind it as long as it's educational, articulate criticism. I can tell if somebody is just doing something for attention, like we just talked about in the previous topic, to where you just want to be on camera and be funny. And if that's the case, I will accept you for that too. If you eat one of my cupcakes and it's harsh criticism and it's funny and that's who you are, then I got to accept that's going to also have people probably want to confirm, is it good or is it bad? That's the other thing with Keith Lee. My homeboy owns a very popular restaurant in South Carolina, Roy's Grill. it's award winning. And when I say award winning, I'm not talking about just an award in a certain area. I'm talking about National Geographic sending him to London. All of these things. But if somebody came into Chris's restaurant and didn't like it and gave that honest review of not liking it, and it's a popular person, people are going to see, okay, this many people liked it, but he said he ain't like it. Let me go buy. Even if I'm going to talk about not liking it too, I'm going to buy something. So it does create some traffic no matter what, just because he has 18 million followers. But the problem is, like I said, if Gordon Ramsay would have came in there and said, you're a fucking twit and this is disgusting, then they would have been clapping their hands like Gordon Ramsay came into our restaurant and shitted on it, y'all. But he was here. But Keith Lee comes out there and says something honestly, and because he's black, oh, it's a black man tearing another black man down. Like we have like catchphrases we use in situations that don't apply. So no, it's not in my opinion, it's not a black man tearing down black business, and it's not black businesses not living up to expectation. It's a business not living up to one consumer's expectation who was popular.
Could it just not taste good? If you were in a region, certain food tastes better. If you in Cali, Mexican food probably tastes better than Mexican food in Idaho. Could it just not taste good? If he's not from that region, his taste buds ain't the same.
Yeah. Well, this one was more or less like the silly shit that the crazy rules that these places have, like not being open when they say they open, not taking pickup orders over the phone. Every time you go there, it's a hour and a half wait. But if Keith Lee show up, Keith Lee can get a table in 5 minutes. If Tip show up, he can get a table in 5 minutes. If whoever Trey Young from the Hawks show up, he can get a table right then. He can come in, get food to go. Like it's more like about the opulence. You know what I'm saying? More about the opulence and
but that's your professionalism too. Like you gotta just because somebody has the money to do something don't mean they need to do it. Just because a dope boy got the money to open a restaurant don't mean that he need to run a restaurant. So you gotta sometimes you gotta expect, and then those people don't want to be held accountable for their unprofessionalism. There was also a viral thing where Cardi B wanted to come get her nails done at a young lady who does nails, a nail tech, but she would have to clear off like her whole day or something like that. And she was like, these are my loyal customers. I'm not doing that. Thank you. She did it respectfully and said, but I'm going to go with my loyal customers. And the black community tore into her. Oh, you know what that could have done for you? Those people could have rescheduled. Do you know that though? Do you know that Keisha didn't have a wedding to go to and need her nails done, whereas Cardi is just doing it just to do it? She's still getting publicity for turning Cardi B down. I respect her. If I had a bunch of orders, I had a big cupcake order or something like that, and Nas was in town or Lauryn Hill was in town, and they were like, look, we heard about you. We want you to do this order, but you ain't gonna be able to make those other ones. If I can't respectfully reschedule those other ones, they just gonna have to, hey, let me see if I can ship it to you, but I'm not doing that. These are people I got to deal with after you leave. So, yeah, like it's, I don't know, man. That's like you said, I do it, people do it. I'm still learning, but I'm starting to learn more and more about how people do their businesses and what they say they do. It's a lot of pretty cupcakes that taste like shit. And they do not want you to tell you, they don't want you to tell the world what it tastes like under Beyonce's face on the top of it. So I don't see an issue with it.
Your product and your service has to match.
Absolutely. It's 50-50.
It has to match. And I think that's the other misconception, because, you know, you can walk to a fish market. Fish can taste good, but the market itself look like shit. Yeah. Do you go back? Do you refer that to other people? You'll tell your homeboy, be like, hey, bro, they got some good fish over there. Like, don't worry about how it look. The fish good. That ain't gonna make other people want to go. And then they can have good service. Huh? Yeah, I mean, sometimes they do, but that fish market is not gonna get the same business as Best Catch. So fishing line on Bluff Road is not going to get the same service as Best Catch. Best Catch is going to stay pat because they're a clean environment with good service. It matches. That shit got to match. If it's not matching, if you got good food and bad service, it's not matching. If you got good food and the property is trash, it's not matching.
Man, people got to take business classes. Like, that's the thing people don't understand. Like, you run a business, you have your craft, but you have the business. You can't only learn about the craft. Like, you might cut the meanest hair in the world. It don't mean you need to open a barbershop before you learn how to run a business. There's payroll, there's taxes, there's HR and customer service relation type stuff you have to go over. No matter what business you have, if you consider yourself a business owner, you need to learn about business and customer service, because that might not be your strong suit. And it's okay if it's not. You might need to delegate it. I've been in sales forever. I'm good at customer service. I'm also very hard on myself. So if something looks deformed or something like that, I'll even tell you, like, look, it still tastes good, but this is the way it might have looked, whether it's in transport or whatever. But I tell you what, I'm going to give it to you for half of what we talked about. Or I'm not even going to charge you for this. I'm not going to charge you for this because this is not my standard, but I want you, it's still going to taste well. But you got to know how to do that. Like, you can't do it based off of a need. Like, oh, this is not up to par, but I need that $50. I need that $100. So no matter what, like, you can't do that, man. You just absolutely can't do that. And people don't be wanting to be held accountable, but people got to understand, people only hold you accountable if they care.
Right. For sure.
But that's like we talked about earlier about the bosses. Like, PPP came out, everybody want to be a boss. But like you said, everybody's not meant to be the boss. Everybody don't have 17 hours on a 24-hour day, or they don't have 7 days a week. They try to squish it in and think they can do their same 40 hours that they did work for somebody to run a business. And then that's when you lack.
And then the customer. Yep, that's what the customer has to deal with. Oh, I'm sorry, I was late. I'll work all day. I feel bad when I be having to say that sometimes. Like, I had to work, so I'm gonna be getting to Columbia kind of late. It's only an hour away, but when you're doing everything, and then I always hit traffic and stuff like that. That's still on me. I didn't cause the traffic. I didn't do any of that, but that's not my consumer's fault. Period. Maybe I need to come down the day before or something like that. Whatever it is, it does not matter. That is not on me. If you own a shop and your truck is late, you didn't drive that truck, but that's still not on your customer. Like, that's completely still on you in your customer service. And people don't be wanting to take accountability, but we live in an age where accountability, like, I can't say something about a Black woman without her saying that's why she's unprotected. It's like, no, it's not what I'm saying. Like, the same way if you said something about me, I don't take it as bashing all males. You're talking about me, unless you're bashing all males. Like, don't get me wrong, there are people that do that. But we are moving farther and farther away from accountability, like you said. A lot of those dudes, oh, this is just another Black dude tearing another Black dude down. No, bro, you need to do better. He shouldn't have had nothing to complain about. Like, why is he able to complain about some of this remedial, simple stuff that he's complaining about? That shouldn't even have been there.
And then it wasn't necessarily like real complaints. It was more or less like one of the situations was he know who he is to social media. So he would send his family in there who don't have a big social media presence to see how the customer service was. Hey, I got a family of 5. We trying to do some takeout, or we want to sit down. How long is the wait? Well, the response was, well, we don't do takeout, and the wait is an hour and a half. For them to leave out, go tell him, he walk in and say, hey, man, what's going on? And they're like, oh, man, Keith Lee, we can sit you down and take us 5 minutes and bust the table. He wasn't with that shit. Like, he seen people sitting outside waiting an hour and a half, and then all of a sudden, because he is who he is with his platform, you know that you want to try to do your best to get that traction, get the Keith Lee effect. You feel me?
And that's nothing new. Like, people do that for food critics all the time, but the problem is the difference.
For sure.
Like, you're not going to make it. It might be a 15 to 20 minute wait, and food critic goes right past. Right. But it's not going to be an hour and a half, because you're not even going to want a food critic to see an hour and a half. You're going to be overstaffed that day no matter what anyway. So, like, that's just kind of the thing, unless they drop in on you. But I don't know, bro. I
feel like
don't know.
think it's overall consistency. I feel like it's overall consistency. So me and my brother, we started this podcast thinking, so we used to ask people to be a guest. I don't know if it was you or somebody else said, it might have been you, Corey, when you said to be on the show. He said, "Oh, now I got to be put on the schedule." It might not have been. Somebody said, "Oh, now I got to be on the schedule." Before I had to be on the schedule, but it's the consistency. It's the consistency and the growth and the evolution of something. Like, we know everything got to get bigger and better, regardless of what you're doing. Even if you're cutting grass, you might start with a push lawn, but hopefully you got a zero turn lawnmower. Like, you try to be more efficient in what you're doing and be more consistent. And I think sometimes people take that to heart in some ways, and I think in other ways, people think you're supposed to stay the same. And you can't stay the same if you're always trying to evolve and grow.
Black people are the most sensitive people in the world that don't give a fuck about nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. We don't care about nothing that come out of our mouth, but we will warn the shit out of you about what you say to us. It's so crazy. Like, I'm just not like that whatsoever, bro. I can take everything that I give, I can take. So I don't really have a problem, but it is kind of crazy. And part of it is because people be so coddled. They be coddled by their friends and everybody else that won't tell them that, nah, like this ain't it. Or you know what this tastes. Man, I ask my friends, like, for real, like, how is that? Like, don't just tell me it's good. If somebody just like, I mean, it's good. Nah, okay. So why ain't it like crazy? I want you to like faint after you. That way I know, like, you're not faking it. So I want the criticism. I've had strangers tell me certain things that I can tweak and things like that. And I've given them what they told me to tweak for free to see if that improved it. So now I know to keep it going. So you got to be equipped to grow too. Yeah, you can't limit your resources to where you are now, so that when you do get bigger, you can't do nothing.
Yeah, man. Like,
and then people also. I was just gonna say, people don't want to pay for quality. Also, there's a certain quality in which a service and a product is presented, and some people don't want the extra quality in it. DJ Kryptonite, he's a dope DJ, dope service. But somebody rather pay somebody else to DJ thinking that shit is that easy. That shit is not that easy. He has a product, he has a name, so expect to pay his price.
My pops will tell you that. Like, you don't argue with a man about his price. His price is his price. You either gonna pay it or you ain't, but you can't argue with him about it.
Agree, unless it's a monopoly. If it ain't a monopoly, then what we talking about? Like, if I don't know how many products I've sold since I've started doing this, but I would say at this point it's in, I safe to say, close to 1,000 items, maybe a little bit more, between cupcakes and just stuff that I've done. And I can tell by the amount of boxes I've run out of, containers I've run out of. And out of all of that, there was only one lady that ever came up to me and was like, really? I think she was buying, I know what she was buying. She was buying banana pudding blondies from me. We were at a battle rap event and I was a pop-up vendor. And I told her they were 15 because everything else on the table was 10. And she was like, really? She had never tasted them. She didn't know what they were. And she was like, well, why so high? And I was like, I mean, to be completely honest, most people tell me to raise my prices, especially in this economy. But I thank you for even walking over here and showing interest. Like, no matter what, I appreciate you even showing interest in me. But yeah, those are 15, the rest of them are 10. And she was like, so you can't do lower than that? I was like, I can do all the way down to free. I just don't see the purpose and why you would not want to pay me for my time and the thought I put into it. So either way, I'm not taking it as disrespect because you just don't know any better. And I appreciate you regardless. But like, that's what it's going to be.
You didn't haggle for that Coach purse and Dillard's, and that strap broke just like the one you got from Kohl's. You feel me? It's like people pick and choose what they want to spend money on. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you're lowballing me because you think that I owe you something because we look alike. They never take that shit to Jared's or the polo store. You know what I'm saying? They never take that attitude. Nobody ever picked up a polo shirt like, God damn.
Nah, I'll pick up a polo shirt and say, "God damn."
I
But
mean,
I didn't go and ask somebody could they lower it. I just said, "God damn," and put it back. But I can definitely get what you're saying.
I just picked up the tag. I didn't even pick up the whole shirt. The tag said,
Well,
right.
according to you, it would have had to have been a muscle shirt anyway. So,
No, I'm saying you out here with your scuba gear shirt on. You got a scuba suit on.
because I didn't know this was going to be a virtual sleepover and you was going to wear a nightgown. So I went and threw on something that I felt was at least somewhat presentable while you still dressed as a ghost for Halloween a day after. So
Corey don't take his jewelry off when he go to sleep. Keep my shit on.
you look like a pillowcase.
that is hilarious.
You look like a Nimbus cloud.
Yeah, you that one black church sock. You ain't never got one to match.
Your collar look like you take your shirt off through the top instead of.
Oh shoot! You got an off the shoulder.
It looked like you pulled the whole thing down. You got a long sleeve. You got a long sleeve white beater on right now.
Hey,
this is a good place to end the show.
You look like one of Casper uncles.
Hey, you look like Michael. What's his name? Michael Jamal Warner. You do look like Michael Jamal Warner now a little bit.
That's another one that I get. That's another one that I get. I get it.
You heard his poetry? Hey, his
No.
poetry deep, bro. Listen to his poetry on YouTube.
Yeah, Michael Jamal Warner is a solid dude. You can tell he grew up affluent, and the Cosby Show, shaped him to be who he was. Well, maybe his parents did. You know
I was about to say the poems be about drugging women and shit.
Be what? No.
No. He must have only been influenced by Felicia Rashad, not Bill.
Yeah,
Bill was in jail getting chicken sandwiches thrown at him.
That is crazy.
Hey, that's still the funniest random thing ever. Just Bill Cosby sitting there and just a chicken patty hit him in the face. You know how valuable food is in jail for somebody to be like, fuck that, I'm about to throw this $50 worth of chicken patty at you.
That is hilarious.
He's probably like, who threw that? But
He
nah.
probably couldn't see who it was.
Oh, at all. That man got a cataract in all three eyes.
We're going to give you your solo, man. You could sum up what we talked about today, however you see fit. Talk about what you got going on, what you got coming up. But go ahead and talk to the people.
Man, I don't really have a lot going on coming up specifically. Check out Friend Zone series that I'm a part of. That is on YouTube. We are on episode 3 at the moment. There's a big fashion show, runway show in Colombia this weekend on the 5th. A Son for My Son. Very good cause. It's by a woman who lost her son to gun violence, and it's also to benefit women who have lost their sons to gun violence. And men just straighten up and be men. It don't matter what this world is telling us. They hold us accountable as men. It is not okay not to be a man. Be a man. Do what you need to do. Handle your responsibilities and take that first step into being who you want to be. Because that's all it takes is just that first step. So
that's a real word right there. We appreciate you always. Carolina, what you going to tell the people?
I want to thank Corey for coming on. Corey had made a post about 2 weeks ago. He was like, hey, man, I want to get on. Like, man, shit. I gave him a day. Like, it's that easy. Corey's been, he's a returning guest. Very dope individual. Ever since we connected, I share your stuff all the time. Whatever you post, I'm always sharing it. Putting it out there, like they say, shit, it ain't hard to share. So I share all his stuff. A dope individual. We get the jokes. But it was a lot of information said on this episode. So definitely want to have Corey back again. Once again, bottom of the bottom, we always evolving. We try to be consistent. We always going to elevate. We're going to keep trying to bring new stuff in. We got a new guest coming in a couple of weeks. You got to be ready for it. Definitely got to tune in for that one. Once again, share this shit. Share this shit. Network Superpower. Share this shit.
In a real way, man. I mean, I'll sum it up, man. If you are in a relationship with somebody, you shouldn't be surprised by what motherfuckers do. If you keep getting surprised by the type of shit that your partner is doing, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough. Like, some shit can be helped. Some shit is a cry for help. And some shit is just an egregious fault. You feel me? Treat people like you want them to treat you on the Keith Lee shit. You know what I'm saying? That man is just a regular dude, super humble, who got famous pretty much on accident. He was an MMA fighter because he tried to do it. He planned to do it the hard way. He planned to do it getting punched in the face for a living. So that being said, like we talked about, man, don't take criticism as a personal slight. Sometimes that criticism is what's going to raise your level. People don't always say good things about the bottom of the bottle. But what we take from that is, okay, we may need to do this. We might need to change this. You know what I'm saying? It's a matter of you showing the type of grace to the people that mostly care about you. Criticism don't come from people that don't give a fuck. When it does, it don't matter because you don't know them. And it don't matter. So when you get criticism from people that you call your friend, that you call your family, that is your friend or your family, maybe listen to what they say, read between the lines. Thank you, Corey, for being here.
Hey, real quick, I didn't know. So you just brought something to my attention before we get off real fast.
Yeah.
Keith Lee is a MMA fighter?
Yeah.
Man, y'all better shut up. Y'all better leave Keith Lee the fuck alone. hey, I'm telling you, hey, that's something else too, bro. Stop thinking you know people because they in a different avenue of life than what you consider somebody that's dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I bake cupcakes, I bake cheesecake. I will beat you the fuck up. Leave Keith Lee alone. Keith Lee will put you through a table at your own restaurant. Leave Keith Lee alone. I'm 250. Yes, I make ice cream. And it'll be at your repast. You better leave me alone. Like, leave Keith Lee alone. You end up in an arm bar in your kitchen.
Hey, straight up and down, man. And that's, again, treat people like you want them to treat you, man. And don't just assume that somebody is out here to tear you down. They might just be giving you some good advice to help you turn a corner and turn what you thought was something big into something big. You feel me? But again, we appreciate you, Corey. We appreciate your time. We definitely appreciate your perspective. This is the Bottom of the Bottle Show, man. Every Wednesday, 8:35 or so, barring technical difficulties. Y'all tune in, man. Share the spotlight. Get your comments read and just participate, man. That's what we're here for. We're here for y'all. Y'all be easy until the next time. We gone.